Hey babe, did you know that using a great alternative light source doesn't cost $1 billion or look like a suitcase anymore?
Well, surely that's not true, but if you can give me more information, I'll be inclined to believe you.
Well, now you can get a pocket-sized blacklight from Taction USA that works just as well as a large ALS, an alternative light source. It works so well, you'll never go back to any other ALS. It's lightweight and literally fits in your pocket. Made out of aluminum, so it's durable, it will last you a lifetime. You can find the professional blacklight at TactionUSA.com for $29.99. Ships quickly, and your order comes from Taction USA's Amazon store, so it's easy to order. Taction USA is run by law enforcement for law enforcement. You should check it out today and get yours.
Get yours right now, today, at TactionUSA.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crossing the Tape. This is mini episode number 4. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Hillary.
And today we're learning about
crime scene analysis, a brief background. So crime scene analysis differs from actual crime scene processing. They have some particular elements that kind of cross over with each other, but overall they're different. Crime scene processing refers to the focus of the physical scene itself. So when I was a CSI and I was called to a crime scene, I was called to process it, meaning I took photographs, I determined what was important, I collected evidence to go to court later. Crime scene analysis takes the physical aspects and places them into the reason behind those particular pieces of evidence. So it takes it a step further. And normally crime scene analysis is not done on site. That's something later, and it's most prevalent in cold cases. So crime scene analysis began as a profession officially around the 60s and 70s.
psychedelic.
Yeah, groovy. The FBI and their behavioral science unit were among the first to truly implement this way of thinking and investigation into their casework. So essentially, crime analysis as a whole assists with profiling a perpetrator, and crime scene analysis goes hand in hand with that. It's an element. So when you take the physical aspects of the scene and input that information into a more analytical perspective, thus the analysis, you begin to see how particular evidence at a scene denotes particular behavior. And I'm not going to get too far into that, but that's the gist.
That's real psychedelic.
For instance, if you're working a burglary scene and the house isn't ransacked, but a few specific items are taken and there's no fingerprints left behind, then you can deduce that from that perhaps the suspect knew the person, knew what they were looking for, since only a few things were gone.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you a bit about the perpetrator.
That's why you should never tell anyone, hey man, I just got a new bag of drugs to keep in my ceiling. And then you come home and find your drugs are gone, there's a hole in the ceiling, though.
Yeah, well, we're not condoning drugs, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't. I said don't.
True. So, every aspect of investigation is important, but by taking the physical part of it, such as the actual evidence, and taking into consideration the analytical side of people and places and the evidence, it can bring all of it together, and you can get much more of an in-depth perception of what's happening in the case. And as I said, it's been around since the 60s and 70s, which actually is very new for forensics.
But it's still out of sight.
And it's proven to be quite helpful. I use some of that in some of my cold case investigations, and I look at crime scenes much differently now because I have that background as well. So there's a little bit of a brief background of crime scene analysis. We hope you enjoyed.
And no drugs.
Right, no drugs.
And we'll see you next time. One last thing before you go. We got a few questions for you.
Are you interested in learning more about investigation? Are you interested in becoming a private investigator or a security professional? Take a look at the courses the National Investigative Training Academy, also known as NITA, N-I-T-A. You can find a complete list at their website, investigativeacademy.com. We are now proud brand ambassadors for NITA. I've been writing courses for them for almost 3 years now, and I have more coming soon. Along with my classes, you will find other fantastic in-depth courses on a variety of topics from professionals, including investigation, surveillance, report writing, security, and more. When you sign up at investigativeacademy.com, make sure you mention you heard about them from Brendan and Hillary on the Crossing the Tape podcast. If you need more info, check out links and a special code on our Podbean website and on our YouTube channel by simply searching Crossing the Tape.